are back. EnterTalk live at NAMM 2019, broadcasting on Caffeine TV. My name is Florentino. I'm the CEO of EnterTalk. I am also the host of the Changing Stage radio show, slash show. I guess we're a TV show now. And we've been having some of the most amazing guests, folks. I can't believe this show. It's been incredible. And we have another one right now with us. Mr. Nate Bynes is here with us. Say hello, Nate.
Hello, everybody.
Hey.
Thank you for having me.
So we have a bunch of people here that are walking through the hallway. We've got tons of people online that are watching live at home.
Right.
We wish we all were here. Maybe next year you will be. With that said, man, Nate is a beast on the drums. You know, you are a producer. You are a representative of Native Instruments, from what I understand, and
yes.
Basically, you're all-round musician. So, how did you get started in this business, man? What got you into this?
You know, I always say music chose me. Anybody in their right mind who's trying to make a living in music won't choose it.
Yeah.
It's a very tough thing to survive in. But I remember, you know, banging on everything. When I was a kid, and I always loved it. Yeah, it was just in me. You know, I didn't really have much of a choice. So, drums is my passion, and I remember tearing up a whole lot of my mother's furniture and Tupperware. So
wow.
It's always been. I learned how to play in the church, and
I should ask you what brand of Tupperware sounds the best. Do you have a choice? Are you endorsed by a Tupperware brand?
I should. I mean, some of that stuff makes some real cool
That probably
sounds,
makes more money than drums, right?
Absolutely, man.
Oh, that's cool. Well, you know, you said it best. This industry's become tough, and it's a whole different industry.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about some of the players that you've played with, and what is the system, method, philosophy that has led to your success with playing with those musicians?
Man, paying attention to how they handle themselves in the playing situation, you know, their business, taking their advice, picking their brains. It's many different advice that I've gotten from people. Matter of fact, one of the advice that stands out to me the most is from a producer / engineer named Fab DuPont.
Okay.
And
where's he based out of?
He's based out of New York.
New York, okay.
He's over at Universal Audio right now doing a presentation. And I remember doing a session with him. It was a pop song. And again, like I said, I learned how to play in the church. So playing in church is a different kind of beast from doing a pop session.
No, I understand. Well, I play in church myself.
So
probably not the kind of churches that lay down. I know the churches well that lay that strict rule. Like,
yes.
You can't play a 4 on the floor, you know, quarter note hi-hats, the 1 on the kick, and the 3 on the kick, and then 2 and the 4 on the snare. And if you can't sound incredible that way, then don't even enter. Don't get on the throne.
Right, and then you know. So I remember doing this drum fill, and in my head I was like, yeah, that was dope. And, you know, it flowed and everything. At least I thought it did. And so he stops me and he goes, "Did you hear what was wrong with that?" I'm like, "Nah, what are you talking about?" He said, "Man, the thing that frightens me the most is the fact that you didn't hear what was wrong with that." And I was like, "Dad, really?" And what it was, I did a fill that was inappropriate for the song. So it taught me to really pay attention to what I'm playing and what genre I'm playing, because everything doesn't fit.
Yeah.
So
it's good for you, but not necessarily for the entire project. Yeah.
You know, so I learned, you know, when you're doing a session.
What kind of song was it, if you don't mind me asking?
It was a pop. It was kind of like a Prince vibe. You wanted that Michael Blandon vibe.
Okay.
New Power Generations, that boom, bop, boom, bop. You know, that real clean, hard groove.
Yeah.
And the simplicity, you know, do a simple feel. And what I learned is, you know, when you're doing these sessions, you want to be able to do a feel that you could still enjoy 10 years from there.
Yeah.
And so, you know, when you make them complicated, those are good for the moment when you're in a live situation. So, you know, it taught me the difference between a live and a studio session. So, you know, just you know, advice like that.
Yeah.
And really internalizing it.
So you bring up a good point, because I've worked in the studio myself, produced a couple of projects, and it's tough because a lot of drummers like to go in there like full on and like, let me just lay this down at the loudest I possibly can. How did you learn how to control that but still have the same emotion and intensity and passion?
Getting kicked off, getting chastised a lot. You know, it's funny you mentioned, I was sharing with a friend of mine, one of the most complicated, simple groove for a drummer is the Billie Jean groove.
Oh, yeah.
And I remember being a kid.
You know, God rest his soul.
Yes. I remember being a kid saying, man, why is he doing nothing? Like, he's not doing nothing. But when I got older, I'm like, that is the most incredible groove ever.
Yeah.
So it's like, why do you need to do anything? So, you know, just having that appreciation just for groove and the musicality.
Yeah.
You know, being tasteful, because you don't have to be complicated. You just have to place it right. You know, you have to be tasteful with it. Yeah. And then it becomes timeless. You know, everybody can sit there and listen to Billie Jean to this day and respect that drum groove.
Yeah,
and that's what's important.
And I agree wholeheartedly. You know, a lot of times, I'm a bass player, so we're a whole rhythm section right here, brother.
Absolutely. So you understand it.
I do understand. It's all about the groove, and it's all about the pocket.
Yes, making it feel good.
And not because we're sitting up here, but what people don't know is that this combination is what makes, you know, a band. It makes that sound. Without that, you know, and I could say at times, like Prince would intentionally leave off basses because it did something, and we don't, you know, some of the stuff that happens today, like the pop stuff, they don't always have, you know, grooving basses. Maybe they're going to have like, you know, filler basses, what I would call it. But at the end of the day, it comes down to that pocket. That feel is established by the rhythm.
Absolutely. You had to listen to what the music is telling you to do.
Yeah.
Because the music will always tell you what to do.
Yeah.
Like you said, sometimes the music don't want the bass groove, but it still flows.
Yeah.
But it's only going to flow if you don't interject yourself in it.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. So we're here at the NAMM show.
Yes.
And we've been talking about playing and the practices in the studio. What are some of the cool things that you've seen at the show, or that you've come across with at the show that are exciting to you, and that you can't wait to get your hands on?
You know, this is microphone that Apogee Electronics came up with. A friend of mine, Ron Nephew, came up with this microphone that has EQs in it. It has you could adjust the EQ levels on the microphone itself.
Wow.
And I can't wait to check that out. Like Apogee Electronics is definitely a company everybody should really look into.
Yeah.
As well as, you know, Native Instruments as well.
What are they coming out with at Native right now? What's the exciting thing that's happening over there?
The exciting thing right now over at Native Instruments is the accessibility. They're working on making all their products accessible for blind people to be able to use.
Yeah.
Which is a cool thing because it levels the playing field for blind people to do production. You know, we no longer have to rely on someone to do it for us or, you know, help us with it. You know, I used the NKS, which it came out last year, and to be able to tweak my own sounds is so cool. Instead of having my engineer, you know, do it, you know, having to have my engineer do it, sometimes I lose the moment because, you know, we're going through sounds and I'm going, no. And, you know, now I could just go to the keyboard and tweak it myself. It's quicker, and I have a better idea on how to get to where I want to get to. And it's even teaching me the different terminologies to tweak the sounds. Awesome. You know, so, you know, when I touch a button on the keyboard, the controller, sorry about that, it's telling me what it is. Even when you change the menu, so when the menu changes, the function changes, and it's still reading you what that function is for that page.
Awesome.
So, you know, more independence. is the key.
Definitely more creativity within
More,
your own design.
absolutely,
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, very cool, very cool. Well, last question for you, brother, is what's next after you leave NAMM show? Are you gonna do like Disneyland for like all the football players go after they win the Super Bowl? It's right across the street. But what's next for you, man?
What's next? I'm gonna go home, get back in the studio.
Where's home again?
Connecticut.
Connecticut. That's
Connecticut.
right. I'm gonna have to keep that in memory. Connecticut.
And I mean, and just take all the inspiration that I got from here and just apply it. You know, new ideas. So stay. You know, if you follow me on my YouTube channel, Nate Barnes, my Instagram and Facebook and Twitter, you know, you can stay updated on what's going on. I have a new single that's going to be coming out soon. I just put a single out back in September called "Kiss for the Last Time," featuring Kayla Cartagena.
Wow. Okay.
And, nice pop song. So, you know, my project is going to be a variation of different tastes of music I have.
Awesome.
So it's not going to be just one thing. So finishing up that project and starting some new stuff.
Beautiful, beautiful, brother. Well, hey, thank you, man. I want to wish you, you know, an enjoyable time here at NAMM 2019 in Anaheim, California. We are EnterTalk, and we are broadcasting through our great friends, Caffeine TV. All you folks out there, we're trying to work in all the questions within these, and I know you guys we appreciate you tuning in. We appreciate all the people here at the NAMM show. We've got more interviews. We've got Earthquaker Devices coming up next, so stay tuned.